In the past few years, it seems like everyone has been talking about BYD. But the company's history began long ago in China, where it is known not only for its automobile manufacturing. So let's find out, how did this company develop? It all started with a person who was in the right place at the right time. In this case, it was Wang Chuanfu.
女士们、先生们，大家好，我是王传福。
Born in 1966 into a peasant family in Wuwei County, Anhui Province, Wang Chuanfu was the seventh child in his family. After losing their parents, the family found themselves in a difficult situation, but his older brother, Wang Chuanfan, took responsibility for raising him and provided the money for his education. In 1983, Wang Chuanfu was enrolled at Central South University, majoring in physical chemistry and physical metallurgy. There, he successfully studied battery technology. Later, he pursued postgraduate studies at the Beijing General Research Institute for non-ferrous metals under the Chinese Academy of Sciences. Due to his scientific achievements, just at the age of 26, he became the deputy director of this institute. However, he wanted to put his inventions into practice. So he decided to become the general manager of his research institute's subsidiary company, located in Shenzhen. That was the place where he found all the opportunities for his future development. In the early 90s, Shenzhen was located near British Hong Kong and Portuguese Macau. At that time, Deng Xiaoping, the actual leader of China and the initiator of the country's reform and opening up policy, transformed this region into a special economic zone, envisioning Shenzhen as China's response to the challenges posed by British Hong Kong and the West in general. And indeed, in the early 90s, Shenzhen became an ideal place to be at the right moment, serving as a showcase for the West. During this period, the city experienced a significant boom in electronics and electronic device manufacturing. And even today, Shenzhen is home to the headquarters of leading technology companies like Huawei, Tencent, DJI, and many others, in addition to BYD. This was made possible by creating all the necessary conditions for successful business operations, both domestically and globally, in the 1990s. Being in the right place at the right time, Wang Chuanfu closely followed the development of mobile phones, recognizing their future importance. In the 90s, the price of such phones, known in China as Da, reached $2,000, and their batteries were the most expensive components, costing several $100s. Wang Chuanfu immediately understood the importance of developing this sector. However, as it is well known, only the right time and place are not enough for success. Luck is also required. At that time, the global battery market was controlled by Japanese companies such as Sanyo, Toshiba, Panasonic, and Sony. Therefore, Wang Chuanfu had to wait for the right moment to enter the market. This moment came in 1995, when Japanese companies, due to environmental concerns, limited the production of mercury zinc and nickel-cadmium batteries. Realizing that this was his chance, Wang Chuanfu left the state-owned company and founded his own. The reason why the company was named BYD remains a mystery to this day. Even Chinese people themselves often search for this question online, where other internet users offer various plausible explanations. According to one version, the company was initially named Yadi, but the character B was added to appear at the beginning of alphabetical lists in English. However, here comes another question: why not a character starting with A was chosen, such as Anyadi or Aoyadi? Another version suggests that the name is related to the English acronym Build Your Dreams, but this is likely just a marketing ploy, because originally the company operated in the Chinese market, and the name was chosen in Chinese, not English. This means that the English letters in the logo are actually using Chinese pinyin. It appears that Wang Chuanfu randomly chose the name, similar to a young school student creating an email address. In one of the interviews, he mentioned that the name he came up with simply sounded concise and had a neutral tone. When Wang Chuanfu started BYD, he faced financial difficulties. The largest battery manufacturer at that time, the Japanese company Sanyo, already had production facilities worth $8 million, while BYD had only $300,000. Wang Chuanfu borrowed all this money from his elder cousin, the banker Liu Xiangyang. However, this amount was insufficient to create their own product from scratch. Therefore, Wang Chuanfu decided to use reverse engineering, which involved careful studying and improving competitors' products to create their own version that differed from the original. After thoroughly studying Sanyo's automated production capabilities and their products, Wang Chuanfu and his team developed a mechanized conveyor belt. Thanks to affordable labor, they managed to reduce the assembly line cost to $150,000. This enabled them to easily compete with Japanese monopolists. As a result, in the same year, due to the low cost of their product, BYD secured a major contract with Taiwan's largest phone manufacturer, DBTEL. In 1997, during the Asian financial crisis, when battery prices dropped by 40%, Japanese companies suffered losses due to high production costs. Meanwhile, BYD continued to strengthen its positions thanks to high product quality and low production costs. The company secured major contracts with leading electronics manufacturers such as Philips and General Electric. As a result, BYD's production volume of nickel-cadmium batteries reached 150 million units per year, and its annual sales turnover exceeded 100 million yuan for the first time. In just 3 years, Wang Chuanfu transformed his company into the world's fourth largest battery supplier, with a 40% market share. In 1998, together with his sponsor and cousin Liu Xiangyang, Wang Chuanfu opened the European branch of the company in Rotterdam, Netherlands. Since then, the company began actively researching lithium batteries. Using reverse engineering, BYD achieved lower production costs. For instance, while Japanese lithium batteries cost $8 each, same BYD batteries were priced at just $2.50. Obviously, significantly lower cost became the company's main competitive advantage. As a result, in the year 2000, BYD became the primary battery supplier for Motorola phones. In 2002, the company successfully listed its shares on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. Following the stock market debut, the Finnish company Nokia also contracted BYD for lithium battery supply. Thus, BYD became the leading battery supplier in China and the second globally. As it was said at that time, every third phone battery worldwide was made by BYD. Having solidified its position in the battery and energy storage market, Wang Chuanfu began exploring new avenues for his company's growth. One of these directions was car manufacturing, with a focus on potentially producing electric vehicles in the future. Of course, it wasn't a new idea. Efforts to create electric cars date back to the late 19th century, and the hybrid vehicles had already begun development in Japan and the US. In 2003, to achieve this goal, BYD acquired the Sichuan automobile factory in Xi'an and established a new company, BYD Auto. Continuing the strategy of reverse engineering, Wang Chuanfu sought to improve existing products rather than create entirely new ones. One such product was the car named Sichuan, initially released in 2001 as a copy of the Japanese Suzuki Alto. Although the car wasn't very popular in China, after refining its engine and renaming it to the BYD Flyer, the car was even exported to the post-Soviet countries. The early BYD cars were notably influenced by Japanese manufacturer Toyota, emphasizing fuel efficiency. Concerns about the originality of BYD's logo also surfaced. The initial logo bore resemblance to BMW's logo, prompting a change in 2006. However, subsequent updates faced accusations of similarity to Kia's logo. The logo we see today was introduced only in 2022. Returning to BYD's vehicle lineup, in 2008, the company made a significant breakthrough by introducing its first original product, the BYD F3DM, hybrid car with a rechargeable module. This car had a range of up to 480 kilometers, a 16 kWh battery capacity, an AC electric motor, and a 1-liter gasoline engine producing 168 horsepower. Following this success, in the same year, two American investors, Warren Buffett and Charles Munger, invested $220 million in the company, acquiring 25% of its Hong Kong shares, or 10% of the entire company. Since 2009, BYD has entered the bus industry. Leveraging its experience in electric vehicle manufacturing, they began producing the K-series buses. This lineup of electric buses operates on BYD's own lithium iron phosphate batteries, with a range of up to 250 kilometers on a single charge in urban conditions. The battery capacity and motor power may vary depending on the nominal length and passenger capacity of each bus. The first electric K-series bus was manufactured in 2010 in Changsha, Hunan province. Subsequently, a factory was opened in Tianjin in 2012, and another one in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the following year. In 2014, BYD started bus production in Dalian, and in 2022 in Brazil. These buses have been sold to operators in China, India, Japan, the US, several Latin American and European countries. Even some number of London's double-decker buses were produced by BYD. A significant number of buses have also been sent to African countries, where China is rapidly increasing its influence. For comparison, in 2012, BYD received orders for over 1,200 units of buses, which increased to over 6,000 units by 2015. Currently, the company operates 60,000 buses worldwide. Thus, BYD has become the global leader in electric bus sales. In 2010, BYD released its first fully electric passenger vehicle. However, at that time, the company was not taken seriously by competitors, including Elon Musk, who even mocked BYD.
As you're familiar with BYD, which is also on the West Coast, I think they're ramping up production of their electric vehicles. Warren Buffett owns 10% stake in that. Why do you laugh? BYD is trying to compete. Why do you laugh?
Have you seen their car?
I have seen their cars, yes. In fact, at the Berkshire Hathaway meeting, I saw their cars.
Yeah.
Well, they are on a different, tell me why you're laughing. You don't see them at all as a competitor?
No.
Why is that? I mean, they offer a lower price point.
I don't think they have a great product.
Why is that?
I don't think it's particularly attractive. The technology is not very strong. And BYD as a company has pretty severe problems in their home turf in China.
Right.
So I think their focus is, and rightly should be, on making sure they don't die in China.
Okay.
However, in 2013, BYD decided to revise its concept and design strategy. To achieve this goal, they enlisted the services of Wolfgang Egger, a renowned automotive designer who continues to serve as the chief designer at the company. Previously, Egger held senior positions at prestigious automotive brands such as Alfa Romeo, Audi, and Lamborghini. Under his leadership, the Chinese Dynasty series of cars was developed. The first car in this series was the BYD Qin, named after the first dynasty in Chinese history. This flagship sedan is available in hybrid, electric, and conventional internal combustion engine versions. Since 2015, BYD began producing crossover vehicles, such as the BYD Son and BYD Tan, which are full-size hybrid crossovers that later also became available with electric motors. In 2016, the company introduced BYD Yuan, a subcompact crossover offered with both internal combustion engine and plug-in hybrid variants, including electric models. Next, in 2020, the new BYD Han sedan was unveiled. Other Dynasty names have already been trademarked by the company, so in the future we can expect to see new models under names like Min, Sui, and Tin. Since 2020, BYD has also introduced a new lineup of vehicles, known as the Ocean series, featuring names inspired by marine animals and ships. For example, there are models named BYD Dolphin, BYD Seagull, Seal, Destroyer and Corvette. These vehicles are designed more for young people and are made from more economical materials, in contrast to the premium class Dynasty series. In 2020, BYD ushered in a new era in the development of the automotive industry in China with a technological breakthrough: the introduction of the innovative Blade battery. This lithium iron phosphate battery features a unique design, consisting of a single cell that is 96 cm long and 9 cm thick. It can be arranged in an array and inserted into the battery pack like a blade, hence its name. This design significantly increases the effective use of space within the battery pack by more than 50%, compared to conventional, block-shaped, lithium iron phosphate batteries. According to the company's statement, vehicles equipped with the Blade battery will be much less prone to catching fire, even under severe damage. BYD claims that during puncture tests, the Blade battery did not emit smoke or fire. Its surface temperature reached only 30 to 60 degrees Celsius. It is asserted that compared to nickel-manganese-cobalt batteries and traditional lithium iron phosphate batteries, the Blade battery has advantages in terms of safety, range, durability, strength and power. In 2024, BYD continues its rapid expansion. Within China, the company operates 8 automobile factories and 11 bus manufacturing plants. Since the beginning of the 2010s, BYD has been opening and continues to launch factories across Asia, Europe, North and South America. Notably, in 2020, BYD opened its third factory in Brazil, located in Manaus, specifically for producing lithium iron phosphate batteries used in electric buses. In 2024, BYD signed an agreement with Hungary to establish electric bus manufacturing, potentially echoing Hungary's success with the Icarus buses. Additionally, in January 2024, an agreement was reached to commence the production of passenger vehicles in Uzbekistan. BYD has also become a sponsor of Euro 2024 in Germany. Their participation in this major sporting event promises not only financial support, but also the opportunity to promote environmentally friendly technologies in the car industry. Regarding battery sales overall, BYD ranks second in the world after the Chinese company CATL. The company also specializes in producing solar batteries, trucks, and specialized equipment. By 2023, BYD's vehicles were sold in over 70 countries worldwide. Throughout that year, the company exported more than 240,000 passenger vehicles, focusing on the new energy sources, which marks a 300% increase compared to the previous year. In terms of growing electric vehicle sales, BYD surpassed its primary current competitor, Tesla. The conclusion is only one. As Laozi said in his treatise Dao De Jing, there is no greater disaster than underestimating the opponent.
Oh no.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.